Hey guys, James with Torches and Tactical, and if my hand looks huge, it's because we're dealing with a very tiny light today. This is the Thrunite Archer Mini. Now this is capable with an SST40 and TIR optic. This is capable of hitting up to 405 lumens. And if that doesn't sound like a lot, keep in mind this is smaller and more powerful than the Olight I5 series. So i5R, i5T, i5T Plus, all that fun stuff. So this hits 405 lumens with a max beam distance of 87 meters or 1880 candela if you prefer those numbers. And this also has a low mode of 18 lumens, which will run for 7.5 hours. Additionally, if that's not enough for you, there is also a strobe mode, which is 355 lumens. And that's going to mean that you have not only low, but high, similar to the i5R or i5T, but you also get that strobe mode. So if you really like having a small yet capable tactical or pocket light, this is maybe the one for you. Additionally, this is drop resistance rated to 1.5 meters, so I'm not going to feel too terribly worried if I drop this thing. It is also IPX8 rated to 2 meters, and has a length of 83 millimeters with a width of under 17 millimeters, and only comes in at 34 grams, and that's including the battery. So let's set this aside for just a second, find out what comes inside this box. Now, unfortunately, this is one thing I'm not a fan of with Thrunite. Their packages, at least on these smaller lights, don't seem to be closable easily. Now I had to tape this just so it didn't pop open during the video and cause an embarrassing scene. But we'll go ahead and open this up. So let's start with the box. Now this is the box. There's not a whole lot that the box does tell you. You have the Archer Mini, gives a quick silhouette of the light. You can look up the Thrunite logo, I'm sorry, the Thrunite website with this QR code here. We'll flip it over to the back. So you do have your barcode. Lets you know that if you want to get in contact with them, they're located in room A640 in Tower A in Shenzhen, China. And we'll get that out of the way. So the Archer Mini is housed inside this plastic sleeve just to make sure that it gets to you safely. So we'll go ahead and toss that out. A little bit of silica gel to make sure that things stay so fresh and so clean. Then you have well, let's go ahead and do this first. You have a USB-C cable because this does have onboard USB-C charging, which, I mean, is another feat compared to the Olight I5T or i5R. The i5T just uses regular swappable AA batteries, and the i5R has on-cell charging because they couldn't find room to sneak it into the actual light. So let's go ahead and get this out of the way. And then you do have, additionally, oh, hold on. There we go. Very extensive user manual slash spec sheet. So this is going to give you, well, for starters, it does come in a few different languages, but we're going to focus on English because that's what I speak. So this gives you all your run times, your output levels, your specifications such as water resistance and impact resistance, and then it lets you know exactly what you need to do for your light to get the most out of it. Here's a contact number and email for Thrunite. And this also lets you know that the stuffs have a 2-year free replacement warranty. Although if you order it on Amazon, you still can get that 30-day refund. And it has lifetime limited maintenance. So if you do exceed that 2 years with this light, you can go ahead and just pay the difference and get your Archer Mini warranted. So let's get this out of the way and focus on the light. Now I'm going to go ahead and move this around a little bit so you can take a look. Very nice, very sleek, very compact. Has a very nicely done barrel look to it. So there are micro machining, micro machines. Wow. Sorry, I'm an idiot. Anyways, this is machined very well. Has circulations going all the way around, so you get a nice feel for it. It feels almost like this is designed for like a cigar grip, but I mean, you can hold it however you want. It is super light at 34 grams, so that two-way pocket clip, you can go ahead and clip this to your baseball cap and direct that light anywhere you need it. So it's very well done. This is 6061 aluminum, and so if you need to make sure that you have a light that can take a beating and keep on ticking, take a licking and keep on ticking. There we go. That makes more sense. But if you want to make sure that you have a light that is durable and tough, 6061 is a really, really good material for that. So let's focus on this business end here real fast. You can remove this bezel. However, I have not done so. But frankly, I have not felt the need to. This is a very sturdy light, and it's holding up quite well for how long I've had it. I've had this light for probably about 6 months. And granted, I have so many other lights that this doesn't make it into my pocket rotation every single day, but it does still get some fair use, and it is holding up really, really well. So this is the 6061 aluminum, like I was telling you, and this is a Type 3 hard anodized coating. So a pretty plain looking head, and you can see these marks here just to break up a little bit of that large real estate right here. And underneath, you can see the Thrunite Archer Mini logo. Let's go ahead and move back here just a second. The Thrunite Archer Mini. On the other side, you do have all your required signage right here. And then it steps down into that battery tube I was telling you about. Although, I mean, I really do like the way this looks. There's more breaking up the body than just having a couple swirls. So we will go ahead and step right back up here after that battery tube, and this is going to come out into a recess for your two-way pocket clip. This does come off if you need it to, although it is on there pretty sturdy. There you go. This does come off if you need it to. And if you want to swap it to a different one that fits, then you're more than welcome to. And on the back end, finally, there is a slight radius coming over to this E-switch. Now, the E-switch is really, really nice. I like this a lot. As opposed to a mechanical switch, this E-switch gives you very good access to all of your different modes. And it has served me without failure. And I mean, at 1999 is what I picked this up for. And I just actually looked to make sure that I had the prices right. It is $21.99 on Amazon right now. But don't worry, I will include a link down below if you want to go ahead and get this for yourself. But $21.99 is what it is at right now. I picked it up for $19.99, and the amount of stuff that you're able to throw into a flashlight for less than $20. I mean, 405 lumens, an SST20, internal battery. Oh, wait, hold on. I never told you the best part. Again, you don't have to worry about swapping batteries and everything because this has onboard USB-C charging. So it is really nice that it is hidden and O-ring sealed, but you undo the bezel and there you are. You're greeted with the USB-C charging, and you do, or rather, you can keep that cable with you and get things charged up. And it's really nice. I like the fact that you're able to get so much into a light. But back to that E-switch, it is a really nice feel. It is the same 6061 aluminum as the rest of the light and gives very good feedback and response. Now, if we move on to the user interface, this is where I think this shines. So we talked about having that low mode and the high mode as well as strobe. So what you can do is you can move forward just with one simple press. And if you want low, that's going to be your primary. But instead of having to double press it from low, which you can do, if you want to go to high, all you do is press it twice and it moves directly to your high mode. This is all 405 lumens. Now, if it's off and you want to hit that tactical strobe, you don't have to go on, off, on to high, off again, and then on to strobe. All you got to do is press it 3 times. So very easy access to every setting you could possibly need. I really do. I really like how this not only feels but operates, and the output. I mean, I think this is a grand slam. As far as a very light pocketable flashlight, I think the Thrunite Archer Mini is second to none. So we will go ahead now and bring this down here. Give me just a second. And I know it sounds like I've been bashing them, but now I'm going to go ahead and compare them. So we have the Thrunite Archer Mini as well as the Olight I5R. Now the i5R is rated at 350 lumens, so it's still no slouch considering what you get. Unfortunately though, you do have to run through the process of taking the battery out once it does start to deplete and charging directly on the cell. Now, I can only assume that the light is since the battery is physically the size of the battery tube on the Archer Mini, that this is going to have a proprietary cell or even a lithium polymer pack. So you're not going to get the same runtime that you may get with just having a replaceable cell. Now, again, this is 350 lumens. This is 405 lumens. There is a difference in the tint as well. This definitely looks a lot more neutral with the Archer Mini. But what I want to do now is I want to go outside and compare the Thrunite Archer Mini with the Olight I5R EOS. So let's go ahead and do that. We'll compare the beam patterns and we'll see how 405 lumens plays out next to 350 lumens. So let's do it.
All right, guys, we are outside with the Thrunite Archer Mini, and we're going to compare it to the Olight I5R. So let's go ahead and start low and then go to high, and then we'll finish off with the strobe on the Archer Mini. Let's go ahead and do that right now. Here is low. Now, I really hope that this processes on camera for you guys. And then here is high. This is 405 lumens. And if we do a triple press, this is that tactical strobe from the Archer Mini. And to compare, we have the Olight I5R. So we're going to go low first. Now, this definitely has more of a cooler tint, as well as more flood. And again, I hope this is processing on camera for you guys. And then we'll go ahead and release and press again. Now this is, again, a lot more flood. This is 350 lumens from the Olight I5R. Now I'll jump straight to the 405 lumens from the Archer Mini again. 405 lumens coming through. And I'll go straight to high with 350 lumens on the I5R. So one of them definitely has a more focused beam, the Archer Mini, and the other, the Olight I5R, definitely has more of a flood factor going for it. So now that we have seen what the Archer Mini can do and compared it to the Olight I5R, let's go ahead and get back inside.
All right, guys, so we went out and we compared the Thrunite Archer Mini with the Olight I5R EOS. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I really do appreciate the fact that this came in at a more neutral tint than the very cool white of the I5R EOS. And additionally, I gotta say that while this doesn't seem to hit as hard as the I5R EOS, that small reflector, the TIR in here, seems to direct that light into a much more focused beam. And I appreciate the extra throw. However, I do think that the i5R came out on top of overall usability. Um, when I say that, I know I'm probably contradicting myself from earlier. Now, I love the Archer Mini. However, when it came to being able to get light out there, I'm a fan of flood, and I think the i5R EOS with that larger TIR optic was able to get more light out. This is such a small, narrow TIR optic that sometimes it wants to focus that beam instead of spreading it out. And if I have such a small light, it's typically reserved for a time where I need more, how you say, flood, as opposed to trying to get light out 100 meters or 200 meters or 300 meters. So all in, I do love the light. However, I think as far as the usability, I like the flood a little bit more on the i5R. But don't worry, we do have a Thrunite Saber that's coming on the way right now, so we will have another comparison, and it is a larger light, so hopefully it will be able to hold its own more as far as that flood is concerned with the i5R. So, guys, tell me down in the comments what you thought of how the beam pattern and the tint and everything compared between the Archer Mini and the i5R EOS. So, if there are any other comparisons you want to see, either with the i5R or the Archer Mini, go ahead and let me know down in those comments as well. I'd love to know exactly what you guys are looking for, and that helps us tailor our videos to make sure that you guys are as satisfied as possible. So thank you guys so much. And again, real fast, hold on. Again, I will leave a comment down below, or and in the description as to where you can buy the Archer Mini. And hopefully, when you guys check, they are on sale. But I'm telling you now, it will be an affiliate link. So we may make 50 cents or whatever it comes to, some small minuscule amount. We may make a little bit off of the links that you guys click down below, but just keep in mind that all that money is going to go back into the channel so we can get A, more reviews, B, more giveaways, and C, we can start moving towards other stuff other than just flashlights. So that being said, guys, tell me what you thought of the Archer Mini. Thank you guys so much for being here. Without you guys, there's literally no point in me doing this. So thank you for being here. I'd love it if you'd like the video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to the channel. And if you do, please click on that bell notification. That's going to tell you guys when we come out with a new video. Not only that, but it's going to give you early access to all those giveaways. Thank you guys so much, and we'll see you in the next one.